Hey everyone, welcome to this week's edition of the Midweek Worship Note, where we talk all things worship. I'm Joel.
I'm Sadie.
And this is
Jordan.
So Jordan is our new creative arts director, and for some of you those in Angola, I got to experience his worship. So Jordan, just speak to that. How was it leading worship in Angola this weekend? Maybe speak to your experience and just your background in worship.
Yeah, well, number one, it was awesome. So thanks for everyone who was there and was, sharing that day with us over in Angola the other day. It's been a while, I know, for some people, since everyone's been back together, worshiping together, and it's just, you can't replace the energy of getting, God's people together and singing together and worshiping together. There's something really cool about that. So, me and my wife Cheyenne, I just moved here from California. My wife's coming in a couple weeks. We bought a house, and we're so excited to be a part of the team here at Life Changing Church. And I'm just excited. I'm on cloud nine right now. I'm just hanging out.
Yeah.
We're so excited to have Jordan. He's so talented, and so he's an awesome addition to the team. So Jordan, and just both you guys, worshipers at heart, you've been doing this for a while, but sometimes in a weekend, and we will show up and we're just not quite engaged, or maybe you had a rough week. For those of you that have kids, and the kids are fighting in the back seat, and you want to get your worship on, but there's just like some hindrance that when you come into the building, and that you're just like, it takes about the third song before you really feel engaged. How do you center your heart and position yourselves to be able to receive what God has for you that day, to be able to experience His presence? And it's not always about a feeling, but sometimes we do feel God's presence in there, so we desire for that. And so how do we position ourselves when the chaos and everything that we bring into this place, so that way we can experience God on that morning? So, whether you want to speak to that, or
Yeah, I think one of the things to realize about God that's very helpful and it helps us to just relax a little bit is, number one, I went a long time feeling like bad and feeling really weird because I would live my life and then I would come in on a Sunday and sing a few songs and try to figure out what was that? Like, why did I even do that? What does that mean? What part of my relationship with God is that? And so number one, on the coming in and feeling having a hard time transitioning into a mode of worship, I think understanding that even in those moments where we don't feel like we're in a mode of worship, God is like with us. And Pastor Nate and Pastor Byron just talked about it this weekend, that He's here in whatever moment you're in. And our God is so much different than all of the other gods talked about in history, in that He's not a God that sits up, in His realm and wants nothing to do with us.
Yes.
He wants to engage. He wants to be a part of our lives.
Yeah.
And so what helps me personally is just to know that no matter what I'm doing or going through, whether I'm singing a song or I'm playing with my son or I'm going through a really hard time, I can worship in those moments just by the way I live my life.
That's good.
Being in relationship with Jesus and allowing Him to overflow out of my life through my actions, through my words, and through my singing and through music. That's all forms of worship. It's all forms of bowing down, our lives to the Lord.
It's good stuff. What about you?
I think for me, it's being able to walk, like the fact that you can walk in and have those things and still be able to focus on worship is powerful. But I think for me, it's being able to take like my thoughts and just like literally have the choice to choose that I can worship regardless of what's going on in my life. So it's like being able to have power over your thoughts and be like, okay, I get to worship God and He's worthy of the songs that I get to sing. And so just like you have power over your thoughts regardless of what's going on in your life and regardless of what you just came from the car or from work or anything like that. Like, it's like you have the power over your thoughts and you can enter into worship regardless. It doesn't have to be a feeling. It doesn't have to be this or that. It's literally like, we love you, Jesus. Like, I'm gonna worship and just focusing your thoughts. I think for me.
That's so good. And for me, is I like to center my heart around the beauty of Jesus. And so King David, called the sweet psalmist of Israel, actually the OG original worship leader, he said, one thing I desire that I seek, and they gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and inquire upon Him in His temple. So worship is just an overflow expression of seeing Him, seeing something. And so if we aren't beholding the Lord throughout the week, we have nothing to actually give back to Him. And so it's just like this abiding with Jesus. Jesus says, I am the vine And he goes, if you abide in me, then I'll abide in you. And so it's just that constant communion with the Lord, and spending that time in the secret place, that cultivating that relationship. And when I do that in a consistent way, when I come into a weekend, I feel all the more prepared to give the Lord my best, my worship, and then also to be able to experience His presence, to be able to actually retain it. Because many times, it's like the parable of the wineskins. He says you need new wineskins, and so to actually hold the new wine that God has to give, and so we have to renew ourselves daily. We have to renew our minds and continue to remain in that vine, so that way we can receive it, but then also retain what God has for us that weekend. So that's kind of some of the ways that we do it. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Stick around, check out this song, and stick around for the 7:14. We'll see you guys.
See ya.
I cast my mind to Calvary, where Jesus bled and died for me. I see His wounds, His hands, His feet, my Savior on that cursed tree.
His body bound and drenched in tears, they laid Him down in Joseph's tomb, the entrance sealed by heavy stone. Messiah still and all alone. Oh, praise the name of the Lord our God. Oh, praise His name forevermore. For endless days we will sing Your praise. Oh, Lord our God. On the third, at break of dawn, the Son of Heaven rose again. Oh, trample death, where is your sting? The angels roar for Christ our King. Oh, praise the name of the Lord our God. Oh, praise His name forevermore. For endless days we will sing Your praise. Oh, Lord our God.
He shall return in robes of white. The blazing sun shall pierce the night, and I will rise among the saints, my gaze transfixed on Jesus' face.
Shall return in robes of white. The blazing sun will pierce the night, and I will rise among Oh